The weirdest thing happened to me this morning. I woke up and I said to myself, Self, I think I'll buy a totally integrated personal cellular communicator. You know why this is so weird? I've never heard of a personal communicator. I didn't even know they existed. Until now. Okay, remember on Star Trek when they carried those little handheld devices that could talk to spaceships and everything? Well, this communicator doesn't do that, but it comes very, very close. This is Simon. I'm Christy, in case there's any confusion. Looks like a cellular phone, right? Well, it is. But does Simon also look like a fax machine? I don't think so. But it is a fax machine that can go anywhere without phone wires or those big rolls of paper that you're always running out of. Simon also doesn't look like your personal computer, does it? But you can create, send, and receive email anywhere. It's wireless, you know? Now, men, you pay special attention to this. I know you all think that those little pagers that you hang on your belts make such a fashion statement and go with just about everything. No, Simon replaces those too. Don't worry, sir. That tie you're wearing more than makes up for it. Okay, since we're making a list, does Simon look like a sketch pad, a calendar, an address book, a calculator, or a world time clock? No, but it is. It's an 18-ounce mobile office, a personal communicator. Am I communicating? First things first, we're not children. We've all seen cellular phones. It's my agent.
You've never seen a cellular telephone like Simon.
Or found one that's easier to use.
The touch-sensitive graphic user interface is what makes everything possible.
That means you just touch the screen to make it work.
Obviously, you can dial by touching the numbers on the screen and then hitting send.
You can also use the quick dial feature to dial the numbers automatically, just by simply pressing the boxes on the screen.
Simon holds up to 16 quick dial numbers.
That about covers the pizza delivery numbers.
Simon also remembers the last 10 phone numbers that you've called and lets you redial them automatically.
It's also got automatic redial.
A save number feature.
Length of call timers.
Simplified roaming.
A 911 panic button?
Like I said, you've never seen a personal communicator like Simon.
It's probably the easiest phone you'll ever use.
And that's just the phone. You're at a business lunch. Okay, a lunch. And some big muckety-muck decides to send you a fax right now. Hello? It's for you. Don't worry, I'll take a message. He's busy.
Simon eliminates the need to look for fax machines at remote locations.
Or for a wall jack to plug in your computer with a fax modem.
That's the beauty of cellular.
Excuse me, sir? Is this tree equipped with a modem?
Simon can send and receive faxes anywhere, anytime.
The text appears here on the screen.
You can create a new fax,
Or you can write notes on a fax that you have received.
and then send the fax on to someone else.
You can actually draw on this thing.
You can jot down quick notes on the sketch pad or
Draw someone a map and fax it to them.
If you want a printed copy, simply forward the fax from Simon to a regular fax machine.
remember, all you have to do to send a fax is touch the icon on the screen.
You can zoom in and out of the fax just by pressing the zoom icon.
Simon even has auto answer in fax mode.
It's too easy.
Okay, you're at the opera. You suddenly remember an important piece of email you were expecting. It's vital that you check it now. It could happen. Nice pearls.
Simon connects to any Lotus CC Mail post office.
All your email settings and passwords can be preset.
Just one touch of a button.
I'm dialing. Dialing.
You can create email notes.
Or any other document for that matter.
Simon includes a standard keyboard.
Or you can use our revolutionary new Predict-A-Key feature.
This is where it gets really scary.
With Predict-A-Key, you type the first letter of the word,
Say it's T in the word the.
and Predict-A-Key gives you the 6 letters of the alphabet most likely to follow that letter.
It actually guesses which letter you're going to use next.
You think they'd allow this thing on Wheel of Fortune? What?
It makes data entry a breeze.
You gotta try it to believe it.
Write it, type it, and send it. It's that fast.
The screen shows you how many messages are in your mailbox and who they're from.
Simon also keeps track of where your own mail was sent.
The only thing it can't do is tell you which memos are worth reading.
I got my raise!
Checking email has never been easier.
I know what you're thinking. Sure, Simon has the capabilities and sophistication of a machine costing hundreds, even thousands of dollars more. But how good is the pager? Mom! The big call.
Simon is the first personal communicator with a built-in numeric pager.
It can really help when you can't answer a call directly.
Like if you're in a meeting or heavy traffic.
Or you might want to return the call later, say from a regular phone.
Simon's built-in pager records up to 9 messages.
And to return a page, all you have to do is, can you guess it?
I know this is complicated.
Touch the square.
Simon does the rest.
Okay, you're trying to find your appointment book and you're seriously thinking about getting a bigger desk.
Simon can also help you organize all of the important information that you need on a daily basis.
Of course, there's the address book.
It can hold thousands of entries.
You can even store separate business and personal directories.
What was that guy's last name?
Simon can search for names and addresses in a lot of different ways.
And when you find the name that you want, one touch places the call.
I knew that.
Simon also has a calendar and day planner.
With an alarm that can be set to remind you before a meeting begins.
Up to 99 minutes before.
Let's see a paper date book do that.
There's a calculator.
And a clock that shows local and world time.
There's a daily to-do list.
A filer function that helps you manage your system memory.
There's a million accessories. Cool.
Not quite a million.
Memory cards for upgrades and extra storage.
A power adapter for your car.
RJ11 cables to use Simon as a regular landline phone.
There's a car wash feature.
There's no car wash feature.
Simon also has an alphanumeric paging card available from Mobilecom that allows you to have access to news, sports, and information services.
And boy, does it catch fish. Now let's review, shall we?
Simon's a top-of-the-line cellular phone.
A fax machine.
And it checks email too.
It's a pager.
It's an address book.
It's a calendar.
A calculator. It's the world's first totally integrated handheld personal cellular communicator. Well, it is.
There's the paperless notepad.
And a world time clock.
There's actually hundreds of features.
You can talk to spaceships.
You can't talk to spaceships.
Oh, lighten up.
It's the world's first real mobile office.
Hi, I'm Rich Godotti with Bellsouth Cellular, and today I am inside of Simon. And you know what? There are a lot of neat things in here. Now we're going to show you how to operate this product in just a second, but before I can do that, I need to get out of here. So give me just 1 second. Whoa, that's better. You know, before we can actually begin to use the Simon and show all of its applications, the first thing that we need to do is charge the battery for a full 14 hours, which will help condition the battery properly.
On the side of Simon, there's a rest resume button. By sliding it up and then back down, it will turn the unit on. To turn the unit off, simply slide the button back up. These are your volume up and down controls. By pressing them up and down, you'll adjust the volume. Additionally, if you'd like to adjust your screen contrast, by simultaneously depressing the two buttons, you can actually see the screen change its contrast. On the sides are the eject buttons, which allow you to slide PCMCIA cards in and out. On the bottom of the unit, there are two ports. One is the PCMCIA slot, and the other is an RS-232 connection to connect the Simon to a PC or an RJ11 connector. The PCMCIA connection allows you to upgrade the Simon with memory cards as well as an alphanumeric pager card. The 33-pin connector found below the PCMCIA slot allows you to connect the Simon to a PC or its PC connectivity kit, or to connect Simon to an RJ11 connection to allow the transfer of data over the public telephone network. On top of the unit, there are two LEDs. The green LED means that Simon is turned on. The yellow also means that Simon is turned on, but that its cellular phone is on too. This hole is the reset button. If you ever need to reset your Simon, simply insert your stylus into the slot and it will reboot the unit. We recommend, though, that if you do need to reset Simon, you back up your data on a memory card before rebooting the system. When Simon is turned on, you'll notice that it has a backlit LCD screen. All applications will appear on this screen. No matter what screen you're on, you'll most often see the same four icons at the bottom of the screen. They are almost self-explanatory. The first icon on the left is the question mark. This is for online help. Wherever you are at any time, if you need assistance, All you need to do is press the question mark and online help will appear. To scroll through the help, just simply press the down arrow key and more text will appear. If you need to exit and close this option, just press the back arrow key. If you're wanting to switch over to another portion of the Simon, such as the fax or the other applications, just simply press the mobile office icon. By pressing the mobile office icon, Simon will convert itself from a phone to a mobile office. If you want to go back to the phone, just press the phone icon, and it will allow you to switch back to the phone application and also answer the phone if it is ringing. The back arrow key is the escape key equivalent as found on a computer. It allows you, no matter where you were last, to return to the previous screen. As with any other cellular phone, the first thing you must do is to program the phone with the cellular number. To do this, you must first make certain that the phone is turned off. Then, just press the following sequence: *#626, then send, and you will see that the Simon screen changes to the programming screen. At this point, we would recommend that you consult your local phone carrier for the information to fill in the appropriate blocks. By stepping through the sequences, you can enter in the information, and when done, simply press the Done button found at the bottom of the screen. With this action completed, the phone is now programmed and ready to use. To place a call on Simon, all you need to do is touch the numbers with either the stylus or your finger and press Send. To end the call, simply press the End button. Simon also has a redial button. By pressing the redial button, it will automatically redial the number for you. It also has a 911 panic button, which allows you to automatically call for emergency assistance. And to end the call, just press the Cancel Emergency Call. Simon also has a Last 10 Numbers feature, which allows you to display the last 10 numbers that you have dialed. To call one of those numbers back, all you need to do is touch the number, and Simon will automatically do the rest. With the touch of a button, Simon can also be a pager. While in this mode, a person can call you on your Simon, and if you don't answer by the third ring, Simon automatically answers and emits a tone. The person calling would enter their number and then hang up. Upon receipt of the page, Simon will emit a beep, and it will also highlight the phone pager folder highlighted here. To turn a page, simply press the phone pager folder. Up to 9 separate numeric messages will appear on the screen. To return any page, just press the appropriate button and the call will be placed. To finish the call, simply press the End button. You can store literally thousands of names and numbers in Simon's address book. However, most of us only dial 10 or 15 different numbers on a regular basis. To accommodate this, Simon provides a quick dial feature for up to 16 numbers in your address book. To look at Simon's quick dial feature, just press the quick dial button and up to 16 separate numbers and names will appear. And to call any one of these, just press the appropriate folder and the call will be placed for you. You can adjust a variety of your phone settings right on the screen, as well as adjusting the volume. If you would like to do this, just press the menu button where you have a whole host of different applications that you can change. If you would like to change the sound settings, simply press the Sound folder. And here you can adjust the volume of the ring, as well as the types of tones. Also, within these settings, you can change how you answer the phone. If you would like the phone to answer automatically, just press Answer Automatically. If you're in a busy cellular system and are having problems placing calls, select Retry Automatically, which will continue to place calls every 5 seconds. If you would like to be able to answer by pressing any key, say while driving, simply press the Answer with Any key. If you would like Simon to accept pages and act as your cellular numeric pager, simply press Accept Pages at this folder. Through the Simon Mail folder, you can view the pages you may have received on Simon's alphanumeric paging card by inserting the card into the device. Before Simon can actually accept pages, though, you must first set it up properly. You can do so by selecting Accept Pages, which simultaneously selects Answer Automatically. An important point about Simon's pager. It operates over the cellular network, which means that your cellular number is your pager number. And as a result, you must have your phone turned on, and you must be within a cellular coverage area to receive a page. If your local carrier accepts Vox, you will want to select this option, which will save battery life. However, most cellular carriers today do not offer this feature, so you will most often not want to have this selected. Emergency number. This is a self-explanatory button. If you live in a rural area that does not support 911, you can change the emergency number for your area by selecting the box and entering the new number. Set up special code. If you use a long-distance credit card or have the need to enter a password for voicemail, you will want to use this feature's special code. By putting in your number just one time, you will be able to dial it wherever you are just by simply pressing a button on the in-call screen. This can also be used for passwords for voicemail systems. To change cellular networks or to select roaming preferences, you would select Roaming Preferences. Cellular users like to keep abreast of how much airtime they use. To satisfy this need, Simon provides the most comprehensive call timer display in the industry, which provides everything, including roaming call times. Now, let's move on to Simon's mobile office applications. As you can see, there are 13 separate mobile applications available to you at the touch of a button. By pressing the calendar icon, you can view the current month or day, or even a 3-month view. The highlighted dates represent days that you actually are showing activities. To make a selection, just press the date that you would like and release. This will show you all the activities for the day. If you need to know more, simply press that particular date for additional information. To return, press the back arrow. To see the 3-month view, just press 3-month. Again, if you would like to select a certain date, just press the appropriate date and additional information will come up. To return to the mobile office, simply press the mobile icon. Now, let's assume you've scheduled an appointment for January 12 and you want to enter the information into Simon. To make a new entry, simply select a day that you would like to schedule an appointment, which is, in this case, January 12. Press New Entry, selecting the date as January 12 and pressing OK, the time as 10 o'clock. Now, simply enter in the information as dental appointment. When finished, press Done. You can easily enter the address book, where you can have literally thousands of names and numbers, which you have full access to by selecting the appropriate letter. Select an individual, in this case Bill Clinton. Press the letter C, and you will see that by pressing that button, all of the C's in your address book appear. Press Bill Clinton, and all of the information on Bill Clinton appears. The fact that he is the President of the United States, and his address, his phone numbers, as well as his email address. If you would like to dial Bill Clinton at his home, simply press Dial Home, or his car phone, or you can even send him a fax through this screen. To dial the White House, simply press Dial Home, and it will begin to place a call to the White House. When done, press the End button, which will take you back to the index. If you would like to call additional people, just press the Index button, and this will take you back to the main directory. If you would like to add a new entry into the address book, just press New Entry, entering in the appropriate information, and when completed with all the entries, simply press the Done button. If you would like to search for a name or an address or a phone number in the address book, just press the Search key found at the bottom of the screen. By pressing this, you can enter any sequence of letters or codes. In this case, the letter C for Bill Clinton, and press Done. This recalls all the Clintons in the directory, from which Bill Clinton with all of his information appears. Again, simply press Dial Home, and Simon places the call. Within the main address book are multiple other address books. To look at a different book, simply press Address Book, and you can review and select any of the personal or business directories you want to access. Simon will display the new address book in the top corner. To reselect an address book, just touch the appropriate icon. Simon has a to-do list. To enter the list, touch the To-Do icon, which will display all of the to-dos that have been entered. If you need additional information, press the folder and the additional information will appear on the screen. When completed with the task, put it in the Done list and it will be saved for later retrieval. Simon also has a world time clock. By pressing the clock icon on the screen, Simon shows the time in digital form. But if you would like to take a look at the world view, it will tell you what city you're in and the time. Simon's notepad can be used to type a quick note to yourself or to review an old one. By pressing any one of these folders, you can review a saved note that can be sent wirelessly over Simon's built-in fax. To review the old note, just touch the appropriate button. You can also change the type size or the viewing direction by simply touching the menu button. Changing the type size to large makes the print much easier to read. If you would like to edit the document, just touch the change and make your changes. For example, to change this to USA Government 1994, just place the stylus where you would like to make a change. Press the space bar and type 1994. When you're finished, just touch the Done button. Additionally, you may use Simon's predictive keyboard by simply touching the menu button. This keyboard predicts for you, with 90 to 95% accuracy, the next letter you are most likely to use. The predictive keyboard gives you the 6 letters you're most likely to use next. The space and other key allow you to switch to find the letter that you need. In addition, if you need numbers, press the 1, 2, 3 folder and it will automatically make it a 1, 2, 3 menu. If you need exclamation points or periods or other punctuation, these are available. If you make a mistake, press the backspace key. If you want to move around on your document, press the back arrow key, which acts as a cursor movement. If you would like to go into an insert or delete mode, just press Insert or Delete. If, for instance, you'd like to type the word summer, just enter S, and the predictive keyboard selects the next most likely group of 6 letters to choose from. When complete, just touch the Done button. This allows you to either save, cancel your changes, or actually fax them to another individual. To save the changes and fax them, just touch the folder. Simon will ask where you'd like the fax sent. You'll have 3 options, and in this case, we'll fax to an individual in the address book, Bill Clinton, and then press Done. Simon's Sketchpad allows you to handwrite a note or draw a sketch. These documents can be saved for later retrieval or sent by wireless fax. To enter the sketch mode, press the Sketchpad icon. This will give you up to 32 separate Post-it note-sized documents to draw or write on. To view a previous sketch, just select the one you would like to see on the screen. If you would like to make changes to this document, press the pencil icon and draw on the screen. If you make a mistake, press the eraser button. When you are finished making changes, press Save. To develop a new sketch, select the sketch you would like to amend, press the tool icon, and begin to write. Simon has a built-in email feature. By pressing the mail folder, you can send and/or receive email messages. To view new or previously saved messages, press the Save Messages folder. The screen will display all of the messages that you have received. To view an individual file, select the page that you would like to see. This will show you the page and who has paged you. If you want to send an email, press Create New Mail. Type your message and touch Done when completed. Simon allows you to wirelessly receive email over a Lotus CC Mail network. If you want to send a message, press Ready to Send. You can view messages that you have already received and saved, and if you have new messages, you can send those by pressing the Send and Receive box. At this point, Simon prepares the message and checks the cellular network for signal strength quality. It will give you a moment to select whether or not you'd like to proceed, and then place your call. In the Mail folder, if you want to send or receive messages, press the Send or Receive box. It will go out as a wireless telephone call over the cellular network and place the call to a Lotus CC Mail post office. Any messages that are waiting at the post office will be received, and any messages that need to be sent will be sent wirelessly. Simon places the call to the local number. The connection is established and the messages are sent. If you want to review any of the received messages, press the Received Messages folder. Select the particular message that you have received, and the information is there on Simon's screen. You can either save this message, erase it, or forward it to another email recipient, or you can fax it by pressing the Fax folder. Simon can send and receive a wireless fax from any other fax machine. To send a fax or create a new one, press Create New Fax. This allows you to create in 3 separate areas. You can create in the Sketchpad function, the Notepad function, or send a previously created fax. Simon gives you the capability of full-page fax. It is the equivalent of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper that you can write on and scroll to view all parts of the page. If you make a mistake, select the eraser tool and make the correction. Simon's memory can be upgraded in either 1 or 1.8 megabyte increments by the insertion of a memory card. This card can be exchanged with other memory cards for further upgrade of memory. Simon allows you to check the status of its memory through the Filer feature, which displays which memory you're using, either the system or card memory. Here, when the system memory is checked, it shows that there is approximately 300K left. To switch to the card memory, insert a memory card at the bottom of the unit. The display will tell you that the card memory has approximately 630K by pressing the folder icon. To view any of the folders, you can make a selection and additional information will be displayed. An additional feature of the Filer is the capability to back up all your files and information. To back up information on Simon, press Card Memory, then press Backup. This will back up all the information on the Simon system memory to the memory card within a matter of seconds. To restore information to the Simon, select the backup that you want. If you would like to copy a certain file in Simon to the card, select that particular piece of information and put it onto the card. Copy to Card copies the information to the card. If there is something on the card that you would like to place into Simon's memory, you can do that by pressing Card Memory and then selecting the file you want to back up. Simon has a variety of built-in calculators. By pressing Calculator, you have the ability of doing simple or complex math problems. If you would like something other than a standard calculator, you can choose from a variety of formats including standard, financial, conversion, or even computer programming conversion on the screen. With Simon, you have a paper tape that allows you to see the last few calculations. Simon has the capability of saving multiple passwords for different applications. If you want to lock Simon, press the lock screen or the lock folder and it will automatically lock the unit. To establish a password, just type it in. To lock the unit, enter the password and touch the lock button. You can tell Simon if you would like to lock the entire system or just lock the mobile office, which would enable the user to have access to just the cellular phone. When you want to unlock Simon, press the Enter Password icon and enter your password. To adjust Simon's system settings, just touch the System folder. This allows you to adjust the sound settings and the screen variations. If you want to use this area to adjust the screen brightness or to adjust the contrast of Simon, simply touch the folder. Simon's power management feature has a variety of backlight settings. To save battery life, press Backlight Off or leave it on. It is suggested to have Simon's backlight turn off after every 30 seconds, which will help save and conserve battery life. To conserve battery life, Simon has a Suspend Timeout feature. This feature will turn the unit off automatically after a certain amount of time. However, if the phone is on, Simon will not turn off the phone. This will allow it to continue to receive incoming calls. This is true even when it is in the Suspend Timeout mode. To adjust the timeout, touch the appropriate folder and press OK. Simon has the ability to run and test itself under a Run Diagnostics area, which allows you to test the phone and the system. Each test takes anywhere from 30 seconds to 7 minutes and can expose possible problems with the unit.
It's Simon! Complete mobility? Completely cool.